Hey everyone, I'm Matt, and this is the Gear Yo pack from Moonbow. It's a hand-manufactured backpack made right in New Hampshire. The design is unique in that it has clips all the way around the backpack that let you open it up all the way, kind of like a clamshell. So let me show you how that can be beneficial when you're out on a nice lightweight overnight or even a few days worth of camping. I've found a nice little spot to set up my camp for the night. It's off the trail, and in here I've got enough stuff for one night. I've got some clothing and some gear. Let me just show you how this pack works. So I've found a nice little flat campsite. I'm going to spend the night here, and I just want to get things set up. I'm pretty exhausted. I've been hiking all day. I just really want to set up my tent, have some food, and then get some sleep. So let me show you what's nice about this pack in that sense. When we lay it down and unclip it all the way around the outside, you'll notice right away why this pack is unique. It opens all the way up. Now this right here is actually my tent, sleeping bag, and pad ready to go. So the backpack just opens up like that. And as I unfold this, here's my extra clothes, my tent poles, here's my food and my stove, and a little bit of extra gear. And that was just tucked right in here. Now I could have gotten to that at any point in my trip as well. But my tent just opens up now. I have my stakes right here. I'm able to stake the tent out, set it right up, and again, my sleeping bag and pad are already inside. They're already ready to go. I can be set up. My camp is ready to go in a few minutes. Let me show you how that looks. So my tent's all set up. That only took me about 2 or 3 minutes to pop up. I didn't have to mess around with pulling things out of stuff sacks. It was all ready to go. The backpack opened up. The tent popped right up. I had the stakes set aside, and the poles were all ready to go. So everything's set up here. And again, my sleeping bag and pad already inside the tent. They're ready to go for me. Let's take a look at that. Breezy out here, but otherwise it's an absolutely beautiful day. So here we go. We're looking inside the tent. There's my sleeping bag and my pad set up, ready to roll. Obviously it looks a little packed down and wrinkly, but that's just because it's been stuffed away. And again, it's only been a few minutes since I've taken my backpack off, which is really nice, especially at the end of a long day if you're exhausted. And another nice feature is that the backpack is actually laid underneath the tent, so it actually adds a little bit of cushioning. So if you're on rocky ground or there's a root or something sticking into your back, the pack fabric itself actually adds a little bit of cushioning, almost like an extra sleeping pad. Now in the morning when I'm ready to pack things up, it's just as easy. Basically the tent comes down, I deflate the pad, everything stays inside, I fold it up, fold it right into the pack, and it's ready to go. Let me show you. Now, once you've reached this step in the packing process, so far I've folded everything up, I've closed it up, and I've buckled these 2 top buckles. It still looks a little bit out of control here, but the secret at this point is just to tuck it into the pack. And as you're tucking it in, you want to use these side buckles to buckle in around the sides, which forms a nice shell over all of your gear. Watch. just like that, things are starting to look better. I'm gonna do it to the other side. So there we go. Everything's wrapped up tight. I'm pretty much ready to hit the trail. In here is my sleeping bag, pad, and tent. Now I haven't put any of my gear in yet, but I want to show you how easy that is. Basically what you need to do is just undo these top 2 clips, and you have a nice little envelope right in there next to the tent that you're able to just slide stuff into it. And that makes it just as easy when you're on the trail and you need a snack or you need a piece of gear. It's always very, very simple to get to just by accessing it right through the top. Another nice feature about these packs is that they have humongous pockets on the front. You could store a lot of extra stuff in here, or it's mesh pocketing. So if any of your stuff gets wet, you can put it in there and it's usually dry within a few hours. Another really nice feature of this pack, even though it's a rucksack and there is no internal frame system, it still comes with really nice large padded shoulder straps and waist belt. A lot of packs in this category of weight typically will skimp on that sort of thing and give you really narrow, not so comfortable straps. They've really done a nice job of giving you really beefy straps, so if you do end up carrying a larger load, it still carries comfortably. One thing that I've done also is I've put a foam pad, I've slid it right into the back here, and all that does is gives me a little bit more padding up against my back, and it kind of smooths things out a bit. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm Matt, and this is the Gear Yo pack from Moonbow.